Welcome, everybody, to Catfish Weekly, presented by Excel Boats, along with the Dr. Tim Lang. I'm Lyle Stokes, and Cindy is here to spin the rig wrap prize wheel. Doc, it is a rainy day in southwest Missouri, thanks to the hurricane that them guys down south let come up my way. Although I am glad that most of the people that I'm aware of did not have any serious damage down there, because that was a pretty good storm in itself.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. It's not doing here anything here in Ohio. It's been nice all day. It's kind of hot and humid. I had a pop-up shower came through, and it just flat out made it miserable. And it started that steamy stuff. When you looked out on the road, you could see the steam coming off the road. So
Yeah.
yeah, that makes it kind of miserable. But outside of that, hey, it's my grass is nice, crispy brown right now because we haven't had rain in.
How is that possible? I'm mowing.
No, man, my pristine yard is not pristine right now. Pretty bad, but I'm not going to water it. Nah.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Doc, before we get started here with our guest, Brian Norsworthy is a guy that's been in the catfishing world online for some time. And for those that don't know, Brian had a stroke, and we want to wish him the very best and ask everybody to please keep him in your thoughts and prayers. It's a sad thing when these deals happen. It does happen. That's part of life, is having issues, but we want to make sure that everybody knows that Brian's having some problems happen. Please keep him in your thoughts and prayers, because right now he needs them, along with a lot of other people, but he's the one that comes to mind first off. I knew it a few days ago, and want to let everybody know to think about him a little bit. Looks like we lost our guest, Doc. They'll be back in a minute, I assume.
Okay.
In the meantime, I seen there was a tournament over your way, actually down from you yesterday. And Brian and Melinda Folsom and Paula Smith won that tournament against some pretty tough competition.
Really?
Yep, they done very well. So congratulations to them. There's Nate back.
I was on the Mad River yesterday trying to drown myself in a kayak. I was the entertainment for my kids. We had a blast. We took about a 4-hour float trip. A lot of fun, but man, was that water cold. Whew.
It's only cold if you fall in and turn your canoe or kayak over.
Well, I did that enough times. So. And then I had my daughter. Finally, I got in a canoe, and then that I could handle pretty good until I found out that Rachel doesn't do any paddling. She's on the front end. And, it's tough to control a canoe when you're in about 1 mile an hour current if you don't have that extra help, And I told her we were headed towards this tree, and it was right dead in the middle of the river. I said, "Hey, Rachel," I said, "grab that paddle and move that front of that canoe over a little bit." She goes, "Dad, I don't do paddling." She goes, "All I'm doing is hanging on." And it's too late, buddy. It dumped everything. And the canoe went up underneath the tree, and it dumped us both into the water, and everything went floating down. All the grandkids had to bring the kayaks out and chase everything down, bring it all back. But we had a good time. It was a lot of mishaps, but hey, if you don't get wet, what's the fun in it?
Well, I guess that's right. I never was much of a canoeer, and I sure don't want no part of no kayak. I don't want no part of them at all. But hey, if they're fun, they're fun. If everybody's having a good time, it sounds like you guys had a blast.
Yeah, I had a blast. I didn't realize I was as tired as I was. Normally, I get up about 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning, and now that my job is full-time fisherman and stuff like that, I don't set an alarm for anything. But I slept in till 8 o'clock this morning. So that is I must have been pretty tired.
I guess so. Well, I'm glad you had a good time. You come near get me in a kayak probably than you're going to get me to go ice fishing, because I'm not going to do that. I don't care who it's with.
Well, the ice fishing, I'm not going to do that. That is not going to happen.
Yeah, I say that, and I did. Our buddy Luke Hinges here, last winter or something, they was doing some of that stuff, and I was visiting with him one night, and he said, "Man, you ought to try it sometime." I said, "Well, I'll go with you, but you better make damn sure that ice is thick enough to hold us big boys up, because it'd be a heck of a splash as you and I both went through that ice."
Yeah.
But I probably am never going to do that. Probably never. Now, I do like watching him and Dave Swearengin and his buddy Rob Gregg. They done some videos last fall on some local ponds over around Chillicothe, Missouri. They was out there catching fish through the ice, and I enjoyed watching those guys. It was a lot of fun, and they was interacting while they was doing it, and it was a fun deal. But yeah, I'm not going to be doing that. I just we can ice fish. You and I can sit in the boat and watch everybody else drill holes. If they get the boat on the ice, that'll be fine. If they can't, that's okay too.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. So that's why when it gets cold up here, I'm going to head south.
I completely understand that. I really do.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think we get Nate and Mallory in here for a little bit?
All right. Well, let's do that.
Nate, Mallory Davis, welcome to Catfish Weekly. Good. How are you?
Good.
Is it hot in Oklahoma?
Yes.
It's pretty toasty.
You guys might need to speak
It's not
up
humid though,
a
but it's
little
hot.
bit. Not humid? Good. That's good.
We must have a little bit of a delay.
Yeah, we'll try to watch it. There's a little bit of a delay between you and us, so we'll try not to step on you. Depends on how much it is and if it changes, because a lot of that depends on internet speed and phone service and different things. So just to let you know, there is a little bit of a delay.
That's fine. We'll try to do the same thing.
Okay, great. That'll be perfect. If you can speak up just a little bit. I don't know. Is everybody hearing Nate and Mallory okay? They'll answer us here in just a minute. Well, Nate, you know how this works.
Yeah.
We're still getting hellos.
Yeah, my chat stopped. I don't know
Yeah,
what's
he's
going on.
low. Make sure you speak up, guys. They're just barely hearing you.
Okay. All right. We'll see.
Yeah, another guy says you're loud and clear. Another guy says you're soft. So that's like I say, that's part of the deal. Usually, last time we had you guys on, there wasn't any issues at all. Everything went smooth as silk.
Yeah.
Mallory, how's the lead melting going?
Well, it looks like it's going good.
She hasn't been out here very much lately. She's been enjoying that AC with the kids.
Well, I don't blame her.
I gotta supervise.
Yeah, I understand. It still amazes me that you go out there and pour lead right along beside him, and you don't wear no gloves or anything. And I know that it's hot doing that, and I know if that lead splatters, but you guys got some really, really good equipment.
Yeah, that's one thing we found out is if we invest in good equipment, good molds, quite a few custom molds. We have specific sizes. It makes everything a lot easier, and it gives a customer certain things.
Yep, I agree. Doc, are we got any questions for him? You guys have any questions for Nate and Mallory? Now is a great time to get them out there so we can get them answered while we have them on the show.
Jeremy Beecham wants to know, is Mallory going to give away more Nate stuff?
I didn't hear you, Doc. It cut out.
I said, Jeremy Beecham said, is Mallory giving away more Nate stuff?
Title is she's the giver.
She's the giver. All right.
Yep.
Adam Isaac wants to know what's in store for Demon Dragons in the next year.
we haven't necessarily announced them yet, but we've got some new things coming to the table. Some new designs, possibly some new sizing, and it's something you guys will just have to bear with us for. It's a little bit of to get it all right.
Good deal. Good deal. We always like to see new stuff, and you guys have quite an inventory of everything in the catfishing industry. Now, one of the questions I had from a guy earlier today was they wanted to know if you do anything besides catfish stuff.
Yes, we do have crappie and striper. We are broadening our selection with that. Something we're running into is actual shop space. And so we are about to rearrange the shop. I know we've been saying that on our live feed since the Catfish Conference, but it's going to happen. Rearrange our shop and optimize our space. So
good.
We're looking to expand more into the crappie world, walleye, and then also some largemouth bass. Just kind of a little bit of a selection for guys that go out and fish for just more than catfish.
Good. I just seen something. Where to go? Oh, Chaz L says, can we hear more about the Tackle Bandit Pro Staff?
Yes. So Tackle Bandit Pro Staff, we are accepting applications. All you have to do is go to tacklebandit.com, and there's a form right on the bottom. You scroll all the way down to the bottom. It'll say Pro Staff application. You fill that out. It'll just take you a couple minutes. Be as specific as you can with it. There's just questions, general questions, pretty generic, and there's some that are more in depth. Answer them the best you can. Give us a couple weeks to sort through our the applications that we got, and we'll let you guys know. And we are also doing the same thing for demon dragons too. We are just trying to broaden our area where we're at. We've got with Tackle Bandit, we've got a lot of guys out east. We're looking to expand, especially you guys that fish in the saltwater world. We're looking to expand out that way as well.
Good deal. I know I seen something else. James Dockery, where'd he go? They do sell small crappie tubes. Palmetto Cats. I haven't got a date on the Catfish Conference yet, and I was on the phone for quite some time with Steve Douglas yesterday, I believe. And we talked about the conference, but I didn't ask about a date. So I don't know what the date is for that as of right now, but I will try to get that information and get it back to you. Maybe next week or the week after, whenever I can. Steve and I's schedules conflict with him being on the phone most of the day and me being on the phone most of the day. We don't always get to spend a lot of time when we visit. So, but as soon as I get that information, and if somebody else has it, please go ahead and share it, because that I do not have at the present time. There you are. You're back again.
Yeah, I guess we're having some signal issues. Bear with us. We're trying to get it to work.
Okay. Yep, we'll hang out here. And like I say, anybody that has any questions.
Volume's a little better.
That Mallory and Nate, be sure to get your questions in there. If you have questions about their products, about demon dragons, or just about their store in general.
I did see one here about a demon. What was that?
Seen in his chat last night that he's got a bunch of real nice t-shirts.
Yeah, he does have some nice t-shirts. I'll tell you what, Doc, what do you say we give away some stuff?
All right.
Mallory, pick me out a number between 1 and 5.
Let's do 4.
4 it is. 1, 2, 3, and 4. The winner is Trey Stroup, Stroup. And Cindy will win something here for Trey.
Oh,
Easy sinker slides. Trey, if you will send me your shipping address after the show, you can message me on Facebook or email us at catfishweeklytv@gmail.com and give me your shipping address. I will get you some easy sinker slides right out your way. Thanks for watching Catfish Weekly and playing the Rig Wrap Prize Wheel game. And as we all know, Glenn is one of the great sponsors to our show. We can't thank him enough for everything that he does. I know it's killing you, Glenn, but damn, we love giving your products away. It's so much fun.
USA Catfishing wants to know what kind of fisherman is he looking for the pro staff? Do they have to have a big following, or up and comers work too?
So we're open to anybody. The only, I mean, this might come across a little coarse to some people, but pretty much the one thing that is the no-go is if you support pay lakes. That's just something we as a company do not support. Anybody other than that, you're more than welcome to apply. Beginning anglers, we've had some like high school anglers apply. We're looking to really sponsor anybody up and coming that is an active fisherman. You don't have to have a guide service or a 24-foot boat. It could be you and your buddy in a John boat. There's no really specifics for that.
We have one of your pro staffs now in the chat, Catfish Bill 66.
Yes, sir. Mr. Bill is sponsored by Demon Dragons.
He's a great guy.
Show you these too. He's got his own edition of the Demon Dragons right here, the Catfish Bill 66. This is the Perch edition.
And I do have some of those.
You want to give one of these away? The pack of Demon Dragons, Lyle?
Let's do it. Now, Nate, I got to tell you, Bill is such a good guy that every once in a while on our show, he will donate a package of them and send them out himself. And
really?
That's a pretty good pro staff guy there that does that. So yeah, that's pretty cool of him.
Yeah, he's a top-notch guy, and that's what we're looking for is fishermen that are selfless and ethical, that are more than willing to help out another fellow angler.
Yep, he's awesome. Okay, Doc, are you ready?
Yes, sir. And the winner is Justin's Fishing Fetish.
Justin's Fishing Fetish. If you will contact Nate and Mallory and tell them that you are the winner, and I would recommend messaging them tonight and tell them that you won in chat on Catfish Weekly, they will ship you out a package of Catfish Bill 66 Demon Dragons. And thanks so much for watching the show, Justin. We appreciate it very much. And for you guys that don't know, Justin's Fishing Fetish has a YouTube channel with some really good video on there, so you can go over there when there's nothing on TV and watch them. To be quite honest, it's a lot better than a lot of stuff that's on TV anyhow. And these catching catfish. Can't beat it with a stick.
Doc, ask them if they would take a whole crew of 10.
A whole crew of 10.
Yeah, that's coming from PD Fishing. Doc, ask them if they would take a whole crew of 10.
For a pro staff position, I'm not sure about that. It just kind of depends on the situation and everything, but there might be an opportunity.
Well, I know where he's going with this, and I'm not going to elaborate on it, but I would encourage you guys to send all that information to Nate and Mallory. And we'll leave it
if you could, the application would take you less than 5 minutes to fill out. It's very simple. It's like 15, 20 questions, and half that's your name and contact information. So it's a pretty simple form to fill out.
And that's the best kind. I might add, from doing pro staff position stuff in the past, that any accomplishments and stuff, just make you out a little resume. It goes a long way in being professional and doing that. I've helped many, many people do that, and sometimes it's successful, but not always. But the more information you can put together, it gives you a better outlook, and them a better outlook on what they're looking at.
Absolutely. And we do have it available. You can upload it at the bottom as well.
There you go. So it's very simple. Man, we got a bunch in there tonight, Doc.
Yeah.
Yeah, chat's moving. It's going quick.
Yeah, it is. It is. So that's awesome. I'm glad that everybody tuned in. And not to change the subject or anything, but Bill Dance and George Young was scheduled to be on here tonight. And Bill had a something that come up while he was down at ICAST and couldn't make it. It had been planned for some time, but we will have Bill and George on here as soon as they both have a Monday they can do it together. And it won't be too long, so just bear with us, and we'll get the video and everything back up to get them on here. Bill's a very busy man, and I'm sure the things that he does although he promotes Mississippi River Monsters tournament very heavily and is a great asset to that program, he still is Bill Dance, and he's a very, very busy guy. But when we get him on here, we'll get the video back up and let you know. And Bill Dance is always a blast to have on the show.
I'm hoping sometime to have the opportunity to meet him. That's one of the guys I definitely want to meet.
Well, I will tell you, and Doc can verify this. Once you meet Bill, if you only see him once a year or maybe twice a year, he will remember you just like you seen him yesterday. He has the best memory of anybody I've ever met in my entire life. It is. And if I'm correct, Bill's 78 years old right now.
Wow.
And still making videos every day and goes out and fishes constantly. He makes the big events like the iCast and stuff like that. Don't miss a beat. And I'm hoping in another 10, 15 years, he's still cutting fishing shows, because he's one of the very few bass fishing guys that I can watch. I watch him, and I watch that, what's the name of that show that I watch where they compete singly out of a boat, Major League Fishing?
Yeah.
I love, to me, that's one of the top bass fishing shows ever been on TV. I enjoy watching the competitive way that is run. Think it's awesome. And you're right, Stephen. Bill Dance has the very best bloopers of anybody in the world. He just does.
When we were in his studios, he showed us ones that they can't even show on television. So
never made the cut. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and they were just too bad for TV when things really went wrong.
And they did.
That's awesome.
Yeah, being in Bill's studio probably was one of the best things ever. What do you have the most of
I guess
over
that's
there?
the giveaway. That's what he's asking, I think.
Orange, Glenn, orange is what we have the most of.
Yeah, Wrecking Cruise Adventure. Yeah, where the snakes drop on him, those are the best. Yeah.
You have snakes in Oklahoma, Nate?
Oh yeah, all over. Our
Yeah.
son, we have had to about beat it into him that he can't pick up snakes around here, because he'll go out every day and he'll fill up a bucket full of 3 or 4 of them. Most of them are just garter snakes, but
It don't matter.
yeah, no, there's too many other not good ones.
Oh man, yeah, I don't need no part of that. Yeah, Junior, you're right. Bill giving or Roland giving Bill mouth to mouth was pretty funny too. It was.
And one of my favorite ones was when he was pulling on that motor and it just took off right off the back of the boat and it bolted it up in the water. That's one of my favorite ones.
Oh man. Okay, Glenn says we're going to give away a package of orange rig wraps if we hit 100 thumbs up.
Adam Isaac says, ask him about the shop snake, Doc.
So it's about a yearly tradition now. This is 2 years in a row. We end up having about a 6-foot rat snake in the shop. It was about a month ago. I was taking a drink. This was at 11 o'clock at night. I looked up in the rafters, and there was a snake. It was over 3 studs over there, and I got it down and got it out in the driveway, and I got pictures of it. But yeah, it was about 6 foot long.
Did you kill it?
We let it go. We got poisonous snakes around here, and those things take care of that.
No.
Yeah, I know you love snakes, don't you, Lyle?
No, I don't. I don't have no use for them at all.
I'll start tagging you in the videos of.
Oh no, I don't. I've seen some of your stuff that you put up about them, but yeah, I don't have any use for snakes whatsoever.
I think I'm gonna, from what it looks like in chat, I'm gonna start tagging you and Glenn.
Yeah, I don't think Glenn likes them either.
Not a fan.
Yep. I tell you, Nate, when my children, now my baby's what, 27, 28, 30, 32, 33?
Man.
Well, I don't know how old they are. I know Heather's 40 and Tony's 37.
Or 35.
Marky's 35. When my kids was little bitty, still in grade school, probably, we lived way out in the boonies, And I come home one day, and Cindy, there was a big old black snake that was in a tree in our yard.
It wasn't in the tree at one time. It was on our rail.
It got in the tree and way up in this tree. And she had perforated that thing with a 22. You could see the light shining through the snake all over and killed it, and it stayed up the tree. I guess that's why she kept shooting it, because it didn't fall out. It just hung there. And
It kept moving, so I shot
it should have held still, and it probably been lived through it. But yeah,
That's funny.
That's awesome.
yes, yeah, she don't have much use for snakes either. But I've had them in the boat with me, and I have zero use for them that way.
Yeah.
I saw a question in chat. Stephen Hare asked how many different sizes of demon dragons we have. So we have the original, we have 2.0, 3.0, and 4.0. We've got 4 different sizes right now.
And I see, it's gone.
What?
Somebody said that you needed to do a shop. You see it, Doc?
It's Team Wampus. You should do a shop edition dragon in the snake pattern. You went too far.
We've had some pretty funny ideas come up with demon dragon patterns, and yeah, we're trying to whittle it down to get to the ones that are the most productive and the most popular, and then we might look at adding some new color options.
That'd be nice, and you don't want anything to get stale. But I got to tell you, and I'm going to kind of hide this because I've been playing around with one, and I'm not ready to share it until I get to use it. Hell,
I know what you're gonna.
I found the color, and I like them all. I have, especially in water where I got it stuck on my bit, it's really muddy and different things that are going on. But I have this high fins blue, and I didn't know, but that's about as realistic to a shad. I got it the wrong spot. As anything I've seen.
Yeah, the high fin blues is one of the best, most productive ones that we get consistent pictures on. That one, and then the goldfish and bluegill, those are really solid demon dragons.
Well, I have another one here that I like really well, and it's sort of on the shad pattern. I can't remember the names of them. There's just too many names on them. And it's the hooker terminal tackle one. And again, I'm not letting this out till I get to test it, but that is a very close shad pattern also, and I do like that. But I'm not sure how much difference it makes to the fish, but I like them.
Yeah.
Hey,
my favorite on Wheeler is this Muddy River Catfishing Edition.
Yeah,
and what's this supposed to represent, Nate?
Glenn, we have 20 different colors, like 20 different pack options. And our originals, we're going to have 5 different colors here before too long, 5 standard colors.
Didn't hear your question.
So
the one Doc had, what is this supposed to represent?
Sorry, say that again.
The Muddy River Catfishing.
What's it supposed to represent?
A
Like
threadfin shad.
Threadfin shad. Okay.
Yeah.
Threadfin. Okay.
That was the original. That was the first of the new 3.0 or of the 3.0s from Scott. That was the first edition.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't found any that worked any better than any of the others. Every one that I've used that we've ever put on has worked.
Yeah, absolutely.
They all work, but I just that something about those two I really like.
I think this works real well down in Wheeler and Wilson because they have a lot of thread fin and they got those yellowtail shad.
Yep.
And this thing, it's got all that yellow on it, but it just, it's one of my favorites.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Everybody's got their favorites.
The goldfish right here and the bluegill, these two have the underbellies. They do glow in the dark. That's a huge thing in murkier water.
Yeah.
That we've noticed a huge success with these two particular ones.
Yep. I like I say, we've got several different ones. The last ones I got from you, Nate, we got the big 10 packs that you was doing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're still doing those or not. To me, that was a very, very good way to purchase them. You had a really good buy on them. You got a bunch of them at one time. It doesn't cost no more really to ship 10 than it does 4, I don't think.
No, it's pretty much the same.
Yeah, and it was a very reasonable way for people to purchase that products. And the part about them that they was assorted instead of just having four of one or four of another, then you could pick out the ones you actually did like the best. And that's I believe that's how I got these.
Yeah, and with that, we called them a mega pack. It came with 7 3.0s. They were all different colors. So all these colors right here behind me, it was just an assortment of whatever colors. It came with 2 originals and then 1 2.0. So you got a real big variety of what we had to offer.
Now, are you still doing that promotional deal?
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
Yes,
Because I get to usually get to watch you on Monday nights once I get everything downloaded and then loaded back up, and in between waiting on stuff and watching the show. I watch our show every Monday night after it's over, and I usually get to catch a little bit of what you and Mallory doing after we go live. So it works out really well, but I miss stuff too when I'm doing other things. So
yeah. No, I completely understand that. Our mega packs, their standard price is $55. We run sales on them that fairly often, so they'll go down to about $40, $48, sometimes $45 a pack.
yeah, that's where I remember them being. That's a heck of a deal for people, and great product, the originals, and I'm anxious to see your new colors. I think that'll be awesome. I think it'd be a good selling item for you. But then again, I think that you sell quite a bit of stuff anyhow.
Yeah, we're definitely staying busy. A lot of people don't realize, but we still do this part time. It's in the works though that we are moving towards full time. We're shooting for the end of the year for me to be full time with Tackle Bandit.
Well, that'd be great. Then Mallory come out there and thump you whenever you're goofing off.
No, that'd be all the time. I can't stay out of trouble.
They're going to be thumping you if we don't spin that wheel.
Hey,
all right.
Maurice, go ahead. I'm going to answer this question real quick. Maurice Casson, we do not custom paint the Demon Dragons. That's something we do not offer anymore.
Okay. Hey, Nate, give me a number between 1 and 5.
3.
1, 2, 3. And the winner is Josh Monack, Monack. Man, Doc, that wheel's working so good since we worked on it. Whisker Sticks LED lights. Josh, if you will contact the good folks at Whisker Sticks LED lights and tell Lena and Tim that you won on the Rig Wrap Prize Wheel game, they will ship you out some of their great LED lights, and they are a great product. Thank you so much for watching Catfish Weekly and playing the Rig Wrap Prize Wheel game. And Lena and Tim, we can't thank you guys enough for everything you've done for us over the years. We love having you guys on the wheel, and we appreciate having you guys, and all of the people that's won these prizes surely do. Any other questions that you see, Doc?
Not yet. Chat's really moving.
Have you been able to get out and fish much, Lyle?
We haven't. We've been out a few times, and the rain just keeps coming. Well, but
yeah.
We're going to try to get out this week. We've got a bunch of stuff that we need to get done in the boat, videos and different things that we got to get shot. I've got a 360 camera that we bought to take and do live stuff out of the boat with, where you can watch down in the water when we're catching fish or when we're sitting in the boat, or you can look up at the sky at birds or whatever you want to. It's a really cool concept. Got it all set up. And every time we go out, it's raining and pouring, and the noise is so loud, it runs off your phone, and you can just tilt your phone around or use your mouse and go around and change the venue where it looks. And we haven't even had a chance to use it yet. So we're excited to get out there and make that happen.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
Now, Doc, on the other hand, Nate, will be in his office on Saturday on Wheeler Lake.
All day, right?
All week.
Got a meeting out all week. Oh, you got an all-week meeting.
All week. Yep, next week.
I'm pretty jealous. We went out, what was it, last weekend? We went out Sunday after church, and I went down to the river where I grew up fishing, and we had just found out that it was underwater for 6 weeks, and it had only been dry for about a week there was still about 6 inches of the silt all over the roads, so
Yeah.
we couldn't do much down there, and you couldn't hardly walk by the riverbank.
Wow, that's nuts. Hey, Doc, Bottom Dollar Outdoors would like to give away a Bottom Dollar Outdoors T-shirt to someone in chat.
All right.
Now, you'll have to give him your information right now so you guys can hook up and get the logistics of how to get it shipped to you and everything put out.
And the winner is, well, it's initials BNO.
BN.
BNO.
All right.
You are the winner. I remember seeing him in chat.
BNO, if you would contact Bottom Dollars Outdoor, message him right here in the chat and tell him how you guys can get in touch with each other. And you've just won a T-shirt. Thank you so much, Bottom Dollars Outdoors, for donating that. And you guys can get together and get that. We appreciate it, and I know he's going to love his new shirt.
I'm pretty sure I seen he might be new. I saw him at the start of the show, but I don't see him in there now.
I haven't seen him in a while either. It was a while back, Doc.
Catfishing USA, you need to add a thumbs up the show when you give the wheel a spin. I'm not understanding that.
Like something on the screen. Or,
okay.
Like some type of animation, maybe.
Yeah, we might try to do that.
What's that?
Add that to the end of it. Doc, do you have your boat wrapped yet?
No.
I knew all about that before you did, but we'll have a surprise for everybody once that happens. So Nate, you and Mallory, do you guys have special deals that you run to Tackle Bandit periodically?
Yes, we do. Right now, we have it's kind of we're running it through the year. It's free shipping if you spend $100 or more. You use the code free ship. Pretty much it's like 14% off no matter what. I mean, that's what it comes out to because it's about $14 shipping. So that's right off the top. We've got some huge sales on reels right now. I'm at tacklebandit.com/reels. Every single reel that we have in stock is on sale. And that goes from 10% off all the way up to $35 off for one reel. So
wow.
We have some killer savings on these. And once we sell through what we've got, or sell through for about another week, maybe 2 weeks, we're going to take them off. And that we've been running this for about a month just to try to help guys get in and get stocked back up.
That's some big savings on reels, and reels are one of the high-end parts of our sport. So that's a great savings. So be sure to go check out tacklebandit.com. If you're looking in the market for a reel, now is a perfect time to do that. Maurice Case, I agree, Maurice. We do have the best subscribers in the world. You're right.
Almost all of our reels will ship free too. If they're over $100, use the code free ship, all one word, all caps, and they'll ship for free.
That's awesome, man. I love the way you do that because shipping is a huge part of ordering stuff online. And a high percentage of people order $100 worth of stuff at a whack. I mean,
yeah, it's easy to add it up when you get some lines, some sinkers, a pack of demon dragons. We've got rig wrap available. Pretty much almost a lot of things that are available on the prize wheel, on the rig wrap prize wheel, we carry. And to get set up with some quality tackle to make your rigs and some line, it adds up pretty quick.
Yep.
Where they want to know where you're located at.
We are in Northeast Oklahoma. We do not have a brick and mortar store. I saw this question earlier. When I do go full time, it'll probably continue to be an online shop. We do meet locally if you guys are around. We don't charge anything to meet locally. You just got to choose it at checkout.
Very good. I missed another one that I seen a minute ago.
Glenn, our reels range anywhere from about $35 upwards to around $180. So we've got a big variety of reels available. So we've got some of the lower end spinning reels, pin pursuits, and we have some pin rivals, all the way up to some of your Boo, black pro rockets that are like $199 reel.
There's
Thanks,
Roger.
Bottom Outdoors.
Yes, thank you so much. Roger Dement Jr. says, don't forget about the game room. You want to elaborate on that just a little bit?
Yeah, so we have a game room on Facebook. It's something we've been really busy, and we're so thankful for that. But when we have a little bit of spare time, we run these games in the game room. It's where you pay a certain amount per line. It's similar to a raffle, and you have a chance to get a Black Pro rocket, or we do Catch the Fever rods. Pretty much anything in the fishing that we carry. We do Yeti coolers, Arctic coolers, reels, nets, monster rod holders. We kind of do a little bit of everything.
That's all.
A lot of the lines cost $4 to $10 a piece, and it gives you a good opportunity to win some high quality tackle.
That's great, man. What a great way to do that. Say somebody's going to save a little bit of money, and everybody throws away a little bit away once in a while. Hey, here's an example of what I was talking about a while ago, Nate. Catfish Bill wants to give away some kids bobbers and a regular catfishing bobber in chat. Bill, thank you so much. We appreciate everything you do for us, buddy. I assume Doc's loading up.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
Show the 1 to 4 ounce pencil sinkers. Or
I can do that.
they said skinners, but pencil skinners.
We're working on it.
I have a pencil sinker from Nate and Mallory right here. These is one that I got from him. These things are very small diameter. These look to be about 5 inches long. This is a 3 ounce, the only one that I have. I think they're pretty cool. Got a nice brass eye on the end of it. Pretty neat. Who you got, Doc?
The winner is Stephen Hare, Hair, Stephen Hare.
Awesome. Stephen, if you'll contact Bill, Catfish Bill 66, and tell him you was the winner in chat, he will hook you up with some kids bobbers and a regular catfish bobber. Bill, thank you so much. And Stephen, we appreciate you watching our show every week as you do. Okay, Nate, we're back.
So I want to show you guys. I don't have any 3 ounce. They're all hot on the bench right now. But we have the 1, 2, and here's a 4 ounce. So these are as long as we can make them with the mold, how our molds are set up. But they're about twice as long as the other pencil sinkers in the market. So that's something we're trying to do, is make a more affordable sinker for drifting and dragging. They're a little bit bigger around. Our 4 ounce is a little bit bigger around than a pencil. It's a pencil sinker. But we just we try to make them as long and skinny as we can. And they are 20 cents an ounce, or 1 ounce is 20 cents a piece. 2 ounces 40, 3 ounces 60 cents, and the 4 ounces 80 cents a piece. And we sell them in 10 packs.
That sounds very, very reasonable to me. That really does. 20 cents an ounce.
They want to know if you make them without the eyes.
We can. If you want that, you just send us a message. We can definitely do that for you.
Cool. There you go.
Wrecking Cruise Adventures, we fish a creek with a lot of hangs. Them pencil leads very rarely get hung.
Man, that's good to know right there, isn't it, Doc?
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that the lead sinkers is they're a lot cheaper than some of the other dragon, most of them, just because of the time it takes for them to make them. And they're a really good alternative if you're looking to fish on more of a budget.
Can you get another eyelet on the opposite end?
I don't have that on my mold that we currently have, but that's something I could do if there was a reason, or if there was interest in that.
Okay, good. Hey, Doc, let's spin again. What do you say?
All righty.
Mallory, give me another number.
Let's do 5.
All righty.
Making them click
1,
5 times.
2, 3, 4, and 5. The winner is Thad Brown. B&M. Thad, if you will contact me after the show with your shipping address, I have a B&M product here that you are going to love, I promise. Just give me your shipping address and we'll get it right out to you. Thank you so much for watching Catfish Weekly. And we want to thank B&M for being a sponsor on our show for over a year and doing lots of good things. We have some great products left to give away from them, and we're going to keep doing it. So thank you guys very much. And Thad, thanks for watching Catfish Weekly.
There's a question in here for me. I got to find it. Todd Prince, Doc, what's your thoughts on using a pencil sinker on a standard Carolina or Santee rig? Yeah, I really like using pencil sinkers. I used the flexi ones, the ones that are, you can make, and but when I'm using the pencil sinkers, I use as light of a pencil sinker as I can. Just have it barely ticking the bottom. I just want to see it hitting the bottom just every now and then, not constantly dragging. So that's how I like it.
I saw 2 questions on here. I'm gonna go on what you were saying about the pencil sinkers too. Our pencil sinkers are skinny enough. Whoops. That if you want to bend them,
Wow.
Make them jump over stuff.
You can bend these to make them a certain shape if that's how you want them to drag the bottom. That is something that's available. And
I like that.
Another question, Carl Wells asked, how much are the coin sinkers?
Right.
They are 16 cents an ounce. They're a little cheaper than the pencil sinkers.
They're how much? 15?
16 cents an ounce.
16.
Yep.
Okay.
And
Chris Workman wants to know what's the name of the game room.
the name of the game room is just Tackle Bandit Game Room on Facebook. It's just Tackle Bandit Game Room.
Now, Chris, you need to get on over. Being a Cubs fan and all, I know you need some tackle. Chris Workman, Nate, you guys probably haven't been introduced to Chris Workman, but he's a really close friend of mine. He's kind of like one of our kids that we don't get to see very often. He is a Cubs fan, and I can't hold that against him, although I'd like to.
That's funny.
Yeah, it is. He's just such a great guy, and he had contacted me. His dad and I was really good guys, and they they used to take kids out to introduce them to the sport of fishing every year when Ron was alive, and Chris contacted me the other day, and he's going to start doing that now that his dad's gone, and I think that's a great deal. Chris will be so good in the boat with them guys, and it'll be so much fun. I'm so proud of him for doing stuff like that. That was one thing that his dad dearly loved to do, and I know Chris had done that, I believe, with him a few times, and I'm so happy that he did. And we're going to send him some products that we have here to give to those guys as kind of a prize package for getting in the boat with him. There's one catch, though. He can't try to convert them over to Cubs fans. He's got to leave them all Cardinal fans.
That's funny.
Remember the year, I think it was a Jack and Jill tournament, somebody changed his front license plate?
I do remember that.
Or something like that.
I'm not sure how that happened, but
it was our very first Jack.
It was the very first one up at the casino. Yeah.
Oh, I never laughed so hard in my life.
John Nordyke brought me a electric drill with a bit on it, and we switched his license plate out to a St. Louis Cardinal.
That's great.
Plate.
And he never bought it until he got home.
Yeah, you got to drive it all the way back to Indiana like that. That one didn't have nothing to do with you sinking that boat, Chris. But they did hit a sunken buoy on the Mississippi River and cut a big old gash and totaled their boat while they was there. It was not all fun and games, but we did have a good time.
No, and everybody, we didn't do much fishing that day. Everybody was hunting him, trying to hunt him down.
Oh yeah, it was tough. Nate, do you do the storm sinker type or duckbill, looking for 6 to 8 ounce for surf?
If you're looking for that, we don't have them on the website, but we do make them. And we do also make called spider sinkers too for you guys who do fish saltwater in the surf. They're made out of a stainless wire where you can bend them and make a claw which allows them to dig into the surf, the sand, to where when it'll just push it into the sand and not make your bait come back in. So that is something that we do offer. And they're just priced accordingly. The spider sinkers are available on our website.
That's pretty awesome.
Hey, you want to give away one of these rods for Warrior, pack of rods for Warrior Demon Dragon? I'm going to kind of explain what this is about, if that's all right.
Yes, sir. Go right ahead.
So we came out with this whenever I purchased, or Mallory and I purchased the company at the end of last year. This was a dream of mine to have an American flag Demon Dragon. And for you guys that have seen these, you can attest to the detail in these. There's stars and stripes, red, white, and blue rods for Warriors. We donate $5 per pack, 2 rods for Warriors directly. And this is a way to help their event. They're a nonprofit organization. And this is a killer Demon Dragon. It's awesome. And it's caught some pretty nice fish.
They're awesome looking, Nate. I just think that's one of my favorites that you have. I just love them. And I thank you for giving some of those away to one lucky viewer of tonight's show. So, Doc, tell us who that is.
Team Wampus Cat Outdoors.
All right. Team Wampus Cat, if you'll get a hold of Nate and Mallory at Tackle Bandit and tell them you won the patriotic Demon Dragons in chat, they will send them out to you. Thank you so much for watching Catfish Weekly and being in our chat tonight. Nate, Mallory, thank you guys so much for donating those. Those look amazing. I got to get my hands on one of them one of these days. I just think they're great. The problem with me is when I get stuff like that, I'll put 1 or 2 up for Cindy and I usually end up giving the other ones away and never use them because them are just so awesome looking.
Yeah, we are. This is a 6-month dream. It was quite a bit of work to get this amount of detail and get them in the quantities that we needed.
I bet so.
We had a question, or I saw a question on here. Are we going to be set up in any major tournaments? We are located in more or less the Midwest, the South. We will be at the Possum Kingdom tournament in October. Mm-hmm. We are talking about running down to the Mississippi River Monsters in September. And I will be fishing with one of the guys that we sponsor, Patrick Beck. Their Monsters on the Raw or Monsters on the Fox event at the end of September. I'm really excited for that.
Well, I know Patrick Beck, and you will have a great time with Patrick. He's an outstanding young man to be in a boat with. Think the world of him. Does a lot of great things for our sport, and you guys will have an absolute ball.
I'm really excited about it. It's their Iron Man event, so we'll be fishing from, I think it's 6 a.m. until 3 a.m. It's going to be a long day of fishing. Yep.
Yeah, it will. It will, but you'll have a great time. You'll have a great time.
I'm excited for it. I've never fished out in Illinois, specifically for channels and flatheads. We have a lot of blues out here. That's kind of the cream of the crop. They're the easiest fish to catch out here. And I'm looking to catch just a pig channel, We don't have huge channels out here.
They do have big ones. What about Texoma and Possum Kingdom?
Yes, we will be out there. We actually have all that set up. We are also contributing to the angler bags and some of the giveaways prior to building up to the event. We'll be giving away gift certificates, and we're planning on having a small booth set up there with a lot of gear for the fishermen that are there. If they happen to need something, we'll be able to get them taken care of.
That's awesome, man. It's great to see you guys make these big events like that. I know it's a lot of work for you, but people like to shake the hand of the guy they're doing business with, and it's a lot of fun. I know you and Mallory both had a great time at the Catfish Conference.
Oh, yeah, that was with the exception of the drive back, we were in a big cargo van, and that wind blowing about 40 miles an hour. It was pretty rough. Other than that trip was awesome. We, not much sleep when we go to town like that. But that drive was worth it. It was awesome shaking everybody's hands. And we also support another nonprofit veteran organization, Fishing for Freedom in Quincy, Illinois. And we were able to get a good donation from raffling some products for most of the vendors out there. And it was a really cool thing to see everybody, competitors more or less in the catfishing world band together. And what was it, $700 that we were able to donate to them from the proceeds of that raffle. It was really neat.
Awesome.
That's way cool when everybody gets together and does that. Catfish Conference is one of the greatest events that we have every year that we go to, and Fishing for Freedom is that's our favorite one that Cindy and I attend every year, and I can't wait to get back up there next year. We're going to try to do everything that as long as we can do that tournament, we're going to do it until they tell us to quit coming. But
We are.
they had a tournament last weekend as a benefit to, and I haven't heard the results of anything that went on up there, and I'm sure they had a great turnout and a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Who does Team Wampus Cat Outdoors get in touch with?
What did they win?
Nate.
Yeah.
Wait,
Just send us a message.
Send Tackle Bandit a message on Facebook, or you can send us an email at tacklebandit@yahoo.com.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
I won a boat in Louisville. Great. Wished I'd have won a boat in Louisville
Cat count.
or anywhere else. Nate, have you guys been fishing? We've been talking about tackle and everything. You and Mallory been out fishing at all?
We went out last weekend, and we weren't able to really get much done. The bad thing is where we were standing in the banks, we were having to cast through the tops of trees. We could only get one pole out and standing knee deep in mud, so we weren't able to get much done last weekend? Or
Yeah.
Yeah, it's last weekend.
But wherever these rivers drop down a little bit more, we'll definitely get out. Most of our lakes are still 20 to 30 feet high. They're sitting 60% of flood pool is full.
Right.
It's pretty rough around here.
Yeah, well, Lake the Ozark, Truman's the same way. Especially on Truman, a lot of the campgrounds and the boat ramps are so far underwater you can't even use them. And we'll be in the same shape. Once the water starts going down, it'll be mud and silt on top of them things. They'll have to wait till it gets down where they can push all that stuff out in the river and get it out of the way, because the last thing you want to do is take a big old nice boat and go backing down a salty ramp and slide boat, truck, and everything right in behind there, because that silt's just like ice and you can't stop on it.
That's why we didn't bring the boat down there when we were there, because, man, I didn't know it was flooded, but I just wanted to check it out before, and we saw some old guys in the farm truck, and they were barely able to get that truck back up that ramp.
On the Bottom Dollar Outdoors shirt.
N-O. I've never seen him.
Who is it?
Someone initials B-N-O.
BNO. If you're watching in chat right now, to collect your shirt from Bottom Dollar Outdoor, that you can reach them at bottomdollaroutdoors@gmail.com. Thank you again for that.
Somebody asked us, Team Ed Alexander, when are we going to have more pin rivals in stock? We will hopefully have those here in a week or so. We're getting ready to place another reel order.
I still can't get over the beast reel you had down there at the Catfish Conference. That is such a smooth reel. Wow.
Yeah.
That baby is just I can't believe I don't have one of them in my collections, because, of course, my collection is not as big now as it used to be, but I still got several. But that beast reel, I fell in love. That's smoothest out of the box reel I've ever touched in my life. By far.
Really, I mean, it makes a Pro Rocket. Pro Rocket's a really nice reel. That beast is
Yeah, I've got some of them, but the ones I got aren't that smooth. Not as smooth as that.
No, it's like the Cadillac of the Pro Rockets. There's no comparison.
It's amazing.
I don't know what he means.
What?
I don't know if he means
What is your
they're
product?
tackle
I've never.
branded or-
What is your product? I've never heard of it. They have an online store, Joseph, called tacklebandit.com, and they carry a variety of all kinds of tackles, from hooks and sinkers and just everything. If it has to do with catfishing and even other types of fishing, they have it in their store, and you can just look them up at tacklebandit.com and get your demon dragons or hooks or sinkers or whatever it is that you're interested in.
Say what? No way. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You are a winner.
You are a winner.
One thing I want to let you guys know about, too, is we have our new flag logo T-shirts. So we've got a couple different colors. Most of them are available from medium to 4X. We've got a couple of cotton colors. We've got pink, atomic blue. We've got safety green. And those are all cotton. And we do also have a gray and a textile shirt. We have these from medium to 4X. Some of the shirts colors we have smalls in as well.
Those
start off at $18 a shirt, and if you spend $100 or more, they ship for free. That goes for every product that we offer. It's anything from sinkers to rig wrap to T-shirts. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, them shirts are very nice with that flag lettering on them. I think them are just knockouts.
Yeah, well, I'll actually give a shout out to the company that made them. It's the T-shirt guy. If you guys are needing work done, screen printing, they do a hat embroidery. They make stickers. They do a lot of our stuff for us. They do an awesome job.
And they do nice work. Very nice.
And also, we're also going to do an order for tank tops. Mallory's got one of them on, and yeah, there we go. It's just a full front. It's a full front tank top, Razorback. It's specifically for ladies, and that's something we're going to take pre-orders on pretty quick. And then whenever, I'll definitely announce when we're going to do that.
All
Nick
right.
Burton wants to know, what is a demon dragon color called that has the glow belly?
We have two colors that have the glow belly. They are the Goldfish, which is the Borderline edition, and we have the Bluegill, which is the Backwoods Catfishing edition. They both have a glow-in-the-dark belly on them. And they're 3.0 sizes.
Chris Workman wants to know if you have boat stickers with the flag logo.
Oh, absolutely. And guess what? Everybody that places an order with us will get at least one of these guys in their order on us. So every order that comes through, everyone in the game room will get one of these put in their order.
Wow, nice.
So Chris Workman, quit spending your money on them Cubs tickets. Order some stuff from Nate, and he'll send you a couple of them for that Lund. Very simple. It's easy to do.
See?
Oh, man.
Who's Your Cat said, I think half my wardrobe is Tackle Bandit shirts. Mallory was doing laundry the other day, and she asked if I had anything else. That's about all I wear anymore.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and also if you order Demon Dragons, we do give a free Demon Dragon sticker. These are about 3x6. We give them away with put them in every order. We do.
Chris, if you bought one, I'd have to come sit in it, as bad as I'd hate to, but I would like to go to Wrigley, sometime. That would be kind of fun. We really need to do that. But, honest to God, Chris, order you up some Demon Dragons, get an order together. Nate will hook you up with some Demon Dragon decals and some Tackle Bandit decals. You'll be set.
Hey, Nick, send me a message, man. I know you sent me a text right before the video. I'll get back with you about getting that on Friday.
Just Workman, when you do that, just put them right over top of that Cub sticker, and you'll be perfect.
Hey, Lyle, we actually got a bigger one too. If you're needing to cover up a big sticker, we do have.
Yeah, if he's got one of them big blue Cubs fans, he needs to put that right on there.
We've got these, and there's an option on our website too. If you want to order a big decal, like I think it's 14 by 24, we can do that too.
That's awesome, man. Them look great too, Nate. I really like them.
Time to spin.
Yep. Chris's dad, Ron, and I used to go at it so hot and heavy over them Cubs and Cardinals, and most everybody knew it was all in fun. But I actually did have people message me and say, you better leave that old man alone. He's going to drive over and thump on you a little bit. They thought that some of the people that didn't know us thought that we was really going at it, and it was all in fun.
Man, that just picking on each other, that's how I grew up. I love it. I love just it's just fun.
Everybody needs to lighten up a little bit and not be so politically incorrect these days and just live life to the fullest before it's gone. That's just the way it is. All right. Mallory, you want to pick me out another number?
Let's do 2.
2 it is. 1, 2, and oh boy. This is, I'm going to spell this one because I'm not even going to attempt it. CUNONGNGUYEN.
Hey, he's one on our live feeds before.
There's no sense of me even making it. I do embarrass myself enough with some of the people's names, so I'm not even going to try that.
I think it's Gwen is his last name.
Okay.
It might be, but that's what I called it out. He knew what it was.
Chubby Fish Outdoors. If you will contact Chubby Fish Outdoors, they have a prize for you out of their online store. and you can just contact them and they will hook you up with that. Thank you so much for watching Catfish Weekly. I know that you've watched it several times because you've messaged me about different things. So I'm sorry I can't pronounce that name, but I don't want to butcher it and make myself look any worse than I already do. So contact Chubby at Outdoor and tell them that you was a winner on Catfish Weekly's prize wheel game, and they will hook you up.
Hey, Chris Workman, we don't do custom painting on the Demon Dragons.
Right
We
quick.
might have to get something worked out for you just to
Nate,
poke it wild a little bit.
We done a benefit for Calvin Myers a few years ago. He had some very serious health problems, and we was still doing tournaments those days. We drove up into Illinois and put this tournament on for him. We had a bunch of prizes and stuff that was donated, and we auctioned it off. And I had built a Cubs fishing rod with the Cubs colors and emblems and decals and stuff on it. And there were several people that was interested in it. Ron called me up from Indiana on the phone, and him and Joe Lucky went at it over that bidding on that deal. And Ron ended up buying it, and it was a lot of fun. We had that. I miss Ron, but I've still got Chris, and we go at it. But again, folks, believe me, it's all in fun. Some of the best friends I got are Cubs fans. I know that's hard to believe, but it's true.
That's great. I bet that was a really, really nice rod too.
It was very nice, yeah. And I'm sure Chris knows where it's at.
Yeah, and the Cardinals lost that year because you made that.
Yeah, they did. Chris says he now has that with him. That's awesome, Chris. I'm glad you do. The crappie rod also. Yeah, I forgot about doing the crappie rods like that for you guys. All right. Anybody else got any more questions for Nate and Mallory? Now is the time.
Is there anything that you can think of?
There's an interesting concept from Team Rig Wrap, Nate. I think you should have a Demon Dragon coloring paint contest for kids at the next event you attend.
Yeah, that's something we can try to see what we can do.
Yeah, that sure enough drags some interest in from the youth. And let's face it, we got to have them interested in catfishing, or or the sport will surely fall at some point.
Yeah,
Oh, absolutely.
it will.
John Spears wants to know any advice for guys thinking of starting a tackle company.
Yeah, the biggest thing is if you say you're going to do it, follow through with your word. That is a huge thing, and reliability is something else as well. There's something to be said. There's most likely always going to be somebody cheaper, so don't feel like you've got to undercut yourself. Word of mouth goes a long ways, and a lot of guys are in here that own businesses. A lot of guys on that wheel up there, word of mouth is a huge thing, and if you carry quality products with quality service, it speaks for itself.
Awesome. Glenn says he'll throw in some rig wraps for the kids if you figure that out, and going to have prizes.
Yeah, absolutely,
Okay,
Glenn. I'll
awesome.
see if I can get something together.
That'd be pretty cool. I think that's a great idea.
Dustin Fall, all of our products are available at tacklebandit.com.
Where'd it go? Is there tax on stuff you order online?
Oh, Cindy said somebody asked a question about tax when you buy stuff online.
So the way Oklahoma works is if you are inside the state lines, you're required to pay sales tax. But if you're outside of Oklahoma State, you do not have to pay sales tax online.
That's the way it is in Missouri, but I didn't know if that was the same in every state, or, that stuff could vary state to state.
Yeah, I'm not sure outside of selling in Oklahoma, but we are required if you live inside the state.
Yep, that's the way it is in Missouri also.
Lena Hardwick said only in your state.
Yeah.
So somebody asked, what do you think could happen if the EPA makes us stop using lead? Catfishing is going to get really expensive with tungsten.
That's right.
Yeah. We'll go back to spark plugs.
Yes, no, just spark plugs and nuts.
I never
don't know if I know it'll probably eventually happen, but I think a lot of the more core catfishing, certain political stances, I think it's quite a ways out as far as the lead ban.
Yeah. Well, it's bad enough. Pardon me. It's bad enough that they put lead on the precious metals commodity thing, and now that we're paying 10 times more than we ever did for lead before. It used to be lead was very inexpensive, but not anymore.
Ever since we've started this, we've been going at it for about three and a half years, like making sinkers wise, and we have noticed a huge increase of the price of lead.
Yep.
And so far, we've been able to absorb it all, and that's what we're going to try to keep continuing to do, just to keep it reasonable for everybody out fishing.
Yeah, I used to do a lot of trap shooting. I loaded my own shells. Now you can buy shells as cheap, ready to go as you can reload them. I can remember my brother loading shells for 85 cents a box. Used to buy shot for $6-8 a bag, and the last time I bought any, it was over $40 for a bag, and it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, if you're buying like bird shot, it's like $1.50 a pound or more.
Yeah,
it's crazy expensive. Grant McClintosh asked, what's the best way to order? You can order at tacklebandit.com.
Just jump on there and check them out. A bag of shots, $50. Well, it hadn't went up to $10 since I used to do it, but I used to buy it nearly by the pallet every time because we were shooting so much.
Yeah, there's quite a few rounds. It's not even worth reloading now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, we go to the big shoots like at Lynn Creek and the state championships in different states, and I'd shoot 600-800 rounds a day. And
that's a bunch.
Yeah, I'd usually shoot 200 singles and 100 handicaps and 100 doubles, and whatever the events was, and then I played all the games. And
wow, that's an expensive day if you weren't reloading.
You had to win something on the games that you entered once in a while to come out at all. But at that time we had a motorhome. We had places. We rented places in Kansas City and in the Illinois State Shoot, Missouri, and Arkansas, and different places. We go shoot a lot. So I shot so much that I could shoot 600 or 800 rounds a day and never get a bruise on my shoulder. And that was a long time ago, though.
Is that somebody asked if that's why you have it? Is that what caused your bad shoulder?
No, I fell on the ice and landed on that shoulder and tore it all up. So the problem with it was I would probably still be doing that, as expensive as a habit as it was. But there for the first 4 or 5 years afterwards, I couldn't even hold the end of a gun up with my left hand. And that was an issue. And
allowed to pick up 5 pounds.
Yeah, for years they had me on a 5-pound restriction, and now it's a little bit better than that. But I've got a really nice compound bow that I still can't pull back, even at the lowest setting. I can't even begin to pull it back. It's all set up for shooting gar and stuff on the water. I can't pull it back, so it's actually no good to me anymore whatsoever.
That's something I want to learn how to do. I want to get out and do sometime is bow fish. It's a pretty big sport out here on quite a few lakes.
I see you, Chris Workman.
That might be a part of it too. You never know.
Well, it's not helping matters any, but it is what it is.
What kind of reels do that you don't like?
What kind of reels you like, Nate?
I love the Abu Garcia, the rockets, the 6500 rockets, and I'm torn. I'm getting ready to get some new. I think I'm going to go with some bait cast catch the fever rods. I'm torn between the Pin Fathoms and the Abu rockets. I haven't made my decision yet on what I want to get.
Well, I love my 6500 Abu line counters. They're my favorites of all. I've got the Pro rockets and the rockets and the 6500s, and I got rid of all my 7000s. We just never needed them. I mean, I've found no fish yet that we can't catch with a 6500. I see no reason to have that big of a reel on there and add that much weight to a rod. So
yeah,
I had them. We used them forever. I used to have the big pin reels, and I know Doc had seen those, and the Fugger G30s and stuff. I just couldn't see no reason to have. Yeah, I did one time, Travis. That was a long time ago. But I had all kinds of reels of any kind that come out. But I don't. Them 6500s just do everything. That's my bumping reel also.
Yeah, Mike Hager said he put an ad on Craigslist and got about a truckload of lead from Plumbers. Bad thing is, plumbers got smart out here, and they want just as much as the scrapyards do.
Yeah. Jeremy Cottingham, I told you one time if you wanted to do a little shooting, just step up to the plate.
Glenn asked a question: line counter or no line counter? What do you think, Doc?
I like my line counters, and my tip for tonight is when I give it here later on, it'll be how to do it without a line counter.
Okay.
Awesome.
What do you think, Lyle?
Oh, I love our line counters. The only time I use a reel that doesn't have a line counter on it now is if all of our line counters are in use and I have broken off some and I need just to have one out there. Line counters for drifting, back bottom bouncing, and all the stuff that we do. That's the only way I can go unless I just have an issue with one. I don't have one out there. I use them constantly.
That's actually something I've never used. I've never used a live liner. A line counter. So I've never. That's something I want to try out.
Yeah, 6,500 Abus, Chris.
Yeah, I got the Alpha Mara.
Yeah, I don't know anything about those. I never did give. I just want a red one, isn't it, Doc?
Yeah, it's just a little bit bigger than a 6,500. It's got the base isn't near as wide. So
one of the things that still amazes me, Doc, and you know this as well as I do, is the accuracy on those reels. If you use your fish finder, depth finder, if you use that and check it against the amount of drop from when you release your line till it hits the bottom, it's amazing how accurate.
Yeah, they're pretty close. They're real
close. Yeah, but they're just. I love mine and we use them a lot. Nate and Mallory, thank you guys so much for being a part of our show tonight. It means the world to us. That you come on here and talk about Tackle Bandit and Demon Dragons, and we probably need to do it again one of these days to go when you got some new stuff I know coming along and talk about some of that.
Yeah, absolutely. We appreciate being on here. You guys, we have sinkers, reels, terminal tackle, hooks, rig wrap, and a lot more available at tacklebandit.com. Even if you're not looking to purchase anything, go check out the website and save some bookmarks.
Absolutely. Are you gonna be live tonight?
We might go live later. We didn't get a chance to make sinkers while we're on our video, but that's something we got to get done. We got orders need to go out.
If you guys get the chance, if Nate and Mallory go live, pardon me, after Catfish Weekly, sneak on over and check them out. They're a hoot on there. You can watch him make sinkers, and Mallory will make sinkers. It's very entertaining, and they give away some stuff, and it's a great time. I try to watch them every Monday night unless I can't get stuff to load. Then I get tied up doing that. But great couple of people there, and check out tacklebandit.com. You will be very happy that you did.
Well, thank you guys for having us on the show, Doc and Lyle.
Thanks. Appreciate you being on here. Really do.
Yep, glad that you had an open time, and we'll be seeing you guys soon. We keep talking about we're going to go fishing, Nate, but if the water ever gets down, let's make sure that happens.
Absolutely, I'll drive out there and we'll get some stuff. We'll catch a few.
Yeah, absolutely. I got to tell you, right quick, I was watching John Berlang from Kansas City was at Lake Ozarks. I believe it was yesterday. And him and another guy was bumping. And when I quit watching his video, they had put like 71 or 72 fish in a boat below the dam at Warsaw. They was up above, floating down from the dam somewhere, and they was back bottom bouncing and drifting down through there. And over 70 fish in the boat. And I had to take the dog out. And by the time I come back, they'd lost signal or had quit doing their live feed or whatever, but they was killing it. And him and his son, I believe, was up there the day before to whacking them too. So
that's awesome.
That's something I got to learn is the bumping. I've got to get that down.
Now, right now is a great time to learn it on the lake. And when all the water goes down, then we have to go to the river. But that's okay too. We're ready to go. We'll set up and we'll make it happen.
Yeah, that sounds good. We appreciate you guys letting us be on, and you guys stay safe and wear them life jackets.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be talking to you soon. Thanks again.
Bye.
Thank you guys.
Night all.
That's a great great time having Nate and Mallory on here. Such good folks with a great store and great products. And they got the Demon Dragons, and I'm glad that they ended up with that. It worked out really well for them, and they come out with them red, white, blue ones, Doc. They're awesome.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good-looking demon.
Absolutely. How about that tip of the week now?
All right, the tip of the week. Well, we were talking about earlier, we were talking about the line counters. I fish with a lot of different people. I'm not going to say on the air what the nickname people have given me for as many boats as I've been on. But one of the issues that, maybe somebody I'm fishing with somebody, they don't have the electronics that can really pinpoint. One of the things that I carry with me all the time is a Sharpie, a blue Sharpie. And if I'm fishing and let's say I'm using this rod and reel right here as a dead stick where it's, out over top of the boat and it's dropped straight to the bottom, and then I crank it up a few times and I'm sitting there just busting fish after fish after fish. What I'll do is I'll take this Sharpie and I'll just color this line right here. That way, the next time, it marks here, it marks it really good on mono and on Lyle's line here. Braid. Yeah. But as you can see, I just sat there and I just colored that in. And then when you go and bring a fish in, you can go right back to that same spot that you're catching fish. That's Doc's tip for the week.
And Doc, that works with drifting or if you're anchored.
Yeah, anything.
It doesn't matter how you're fishing, you can use that.
Yeah, so I've always got one of these things in my pocket all the time.
That's a good, and everybody's got a spot in their tackle bag that they could slip one of those in there. Yeah.
And then if your buddy's just out fishing you, then you can write little notes on his back of his shirt.
That's right. Yeah. I'll get Chris Workman in the boat and write on his back, "I'm a Cardinals fan." That would be the perfect thing to do.
Yeah. Thanks everybody for joining us. We appreciate it.
We do. It was a great show. We had a wonderful time with Nate and Mallory. Be sure to check out TackleBandit.com. Thanks, everybody, for watching our show tonight. We'll be back next week. We have an open date, so Doc and I are going to be talking about fishing of some kind. And the following week, let me get my book out here.
Oh,
the following week, Lindsay Knight is going to join us, and we're going to have a great time with that. Lindsay, it will make a really fun show. Maybe her and Cindy can talk about ladies catfishing and stuff like that. And, man, they're really running through that chat. I know I'm missing something, but I just can't see it all. But want to thank everybody for watching. Thank all of our great sponsors that we got to the show. We really appreciate everything you guys do to us. And be sure to like and subscribe and share this video when we post it so everybody else can watch it. That way they'll get in on some of the drawings and prizes that we give away too.
Yeah, Chris said that he goes, at least I had the right color here, but I also have a red one too.
Oh man, my buddy Chris. Chris, it's great to see you in chat tonight. Be looking forward to see you in there some more. Thanks everybody. See you next Monday.
Thank you, everybody.